Today our topic is Gloria in Excelsis Deo, that is, glory to God in the highest. Gloria in Excelsis Deo is a traditional Latin hymn of praise to God which has been celebrated by churches for centuries. It is believed to have been composed in the 4th century, as an angelic chant for Christmas masses. Its popularity has endured throughout the ages, with its joyful message of praise and thanksgiving bringing joy to millions of worshippers. The phrase translates to glory to God in the highest and comes from Luke 2:14, which was sung by angels when Jesus was born. It was written by the German composer Johann Sebastian Bach. This beautiful hymn has had a long history of inspiring believers throughout the ages and is still widely used today. Introduction. Like we have earlier stated, the phrase Gloria in Excelsis Deo simply translates to glory to God in the highest and is used to express praise and adoration for God. This phrase has been used as part of church services, as well as for personal prayer and devotion. Although the phrase is commonly associated with Christianity, it is also used by people of other faiths and backgrounds as a way to express reverence and worship. The hymn was written by the German composer Johann Sebastian Bach. What is Gloria in Excelsis Deo? Gloria in Excelsis Deo is a Latin phrase that translates to glory to God in the highest. It is a traditional Christian hymn or song of praise and thanksgiving, often used as an opening prayer for worship services. The phrase has biblical origins from the Gospel of Luke 2:14, which tells of angels speaking these words when Jesus was born. Throughout history, Gloria in Excelsis Deo has been used by many churches and denominations during their liturgies. It appears in various forms such as Anglican, Lutheran, Methodist and Catholic versions of the Mass or service. In some instances it may be sung by a choir and/or congregation with organ accompaniment. Meaning of text, origins and significance. This hymn of praise comes from the Gospel of Luke, where it was proclaimed by the angel Gabriel at the Annunciation to Mary. It is often used in church services, particularly during Advent and Easter season, as well as other special occasions, such as weddings or funerals. The Gloria in Excelsis Deo is a powerful reminder of two important truths. One is God's love and mercy are greater than anything we can imagine, and that all people have access to this love no matter their background or beliefs. When sung together in harmony, the lyrics create an atmosphere of joyous celebration and reverence for God. By this it provides an opportunity for spiritual reflection and insight into our place within His grand plan. History of use, from Mass to American hymns. Gloria in Excelsis Deo has been used in Christian liturgies since the early 4th century, when it was introduced into the Mass. It was first used in the Catholic Church and later adopted by Protestant churches. The hymn was used during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance of Europe. It was then adopted by American hymn writers in the 18th century, who wrote hymns based on the Latin phrase. Today, the Gloria in Excelsis Deo is still used in Christian services around the world, including in the United States, where it can be heard in many churches and other places of worship. Its lengthy history and continued use are proof of its timeless importance and beauty, as it serves to glorify God and remind us of our connection to the divine. Angels we have heard on high. The traditional Christmas carol, Angels We Have Heard on High, dates back to the 18th century France. The hymn, usually performed in a four-part harmony and commonly sung during Christmas worship services, was originally known as Les Anges dans nos campagnes in French. It is based on a biblical story of the angels announcing the birth of Jesus to the shepherds in the fields of Bethlehem. The French version was first published in 1855 as part of an anthology of Christmas carols from Provence before being translated into English in 1862 by Bishop James Chadwick. Bishop Chadwick is an Anglo-Irish Roman Catholic who served in Newcastle. The Christmas carol Angels We Have Heard on High stems from Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Both have a long history. Consequently, the two songs share the same Latin phrase at their core, making them musically connected. In the 20th century, there were numerous renditions of this classic hymn created by both classical and contemporary composers. One of the most notable versions from this era was a choral arrangement that was composed by Ralph Vaughan Williams in 1912. This piece utilized traditional Latin text but also included English translations as well. Conclusion: celebrating the glory of God. In conclusion, hymns like Gloria in Excelsis Deo and Angels We Have Heard on High serve as timeless reminders of the glory of God. The passionate lyrics and melodies that accompany these hymns never cease to move us all. This is why many churches across the country continue to include these beloved hymns in their worship service. As we celebrate the magnificence of God and His works, let us remember that it is our collective duty to pay homage through music and praise. We have come to the end of our presentation. Please visit our website, zinniesgutterword.com, to read the rest of the article. And please, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Renee Learn Point TV. Goodbye, see you in our next video.